Hey guys, welcome to the video number 299. My name is Ajay, and as you know that we are on the video number 299. So for those who are watching the channel for the first time, guys, we have 298 videos on Excel, VBA, Access and Access VBA. Please go to the playlist and check out all the videos one by one. Right? Thank you so much for coming to the channel, and I hope you will enjoy this session. In this session, I'm going to talk about how to, when you write the Vlookup function in the VBA, Excel VBA, and you come across the errors, right, while finding out the values, then how to do that, right, how to convert those errors into some meaningful answers, right? So let's start this code. This is going to be the advanced level. If you know how to apply the VLOOKUP in the Excel VBA, and if you have an idea about the loops, then please watch this video. Otherwise, what you need to do is just go to the channel, and I'll just take 20 seconds. Guys, these are all the different playlists we have created. I have 42 different playlists, and the videos are for the beginners, the videos are for the intermediate, and of course for the advanced developers, right? So you need to click on this VBA introduction series, as you can see here under the playlist link, and you would see here all the videos starting from the scratch, right, if you're a beginner. But if you don't have any idea about the error handlers, please go ahead and watch this video, though I will try to explain you as much as I can in this video as well, but this video is must for you. Okay, so I'm going to take up the question from Mehboob Alam, who is one of my subscribers, and thank you so much for writing me, Mehboob. He has written this. Thank you for putting lots of efforts and helping us with the amazing videos. These really help to a great extent and help me in clearing concepts. Thank you so much. Glad to know. And I know that this is your, I think, the second question. I tried to use the VLOOKUP function to VBA but failed on getting the error. I have attached the sheet. I want to use the loop in sheet 2 from cell B2 through the last value of B column, and I want to use VLOOKUP in that loop. But if the lookup value is not found in the table array, I want the lookup value to be concatenated with data not available, right? If I use this is very important line. If I use on error resume next, it keeps the cell blank and moves on and searches the next loop. Of course, you made a lot of sense, Mehboob. This is really going to be very interesting. Thank you so much for this. And of course, I saw your email, but I think to explain you, I would like to explain you on my own this a very small dummy database which I have prepared. The concept remains same. So for those who wants to understand what exactly he's saying, so guys, as you can see here, I have one, the primary database. You can see that this yellow one is basically a primary database, let's say, for example, and this is your own database. Now what happens when you apply the VLOOKUP, you know that if I select this lookup value and I go to this column, okay, and I see that I want the second column, this is how the VLOOKUP works, right? And then you're going to freeze the table, let's say. So I'm just going to show it up in the Excel, then I will explain you what exactly he means. Now when you're going to drag this, obviously you get the error here, but in the VBA, what happens in the Excel, it's very easy. You can drag it and you can have the error, right? And the formula doesn't stop. I mean, certainly you can also write the if error with this, that if the formula gives the error, then what you want to write in the value of error. So what if I want to say that I want to display the space? Now if I drag the same formula, you see that you will have these blank spaces. So what actually Mehboob is saying, that he wants to write here something like this, not available, okay, or anything you want, right? So when I drag this formula, what happens, you will have your not available. But in VBA, this doesn't work like this. In the VBA, you may, I think, can use the if error, I don't know, but we will we will develop a good program. We will deal with the error handlers, that if the error comes, then what is to be done, right? So this is very interesting. And if you don't have any idea about the VLOOKUP, guys, now I'm talking about the Excel, just go to the playlist and find it out there, a playlist called Excel VLOOKUP and Match. There are a lot of videos on the VLOOKUP, and please go ahead and watch the beginner level of the VLOOKUPs videos, right? If you don't know how to use it in the your VBA, then please go to the playlist called Excel VBA functions. Under that, there is a video which talks about the VLOOKUP, how to use the VLOOKUP in the VBA, right? So if you know that, definitely it's worth watching this video. Now what we need to do, so I go to the developer tab. First of all, let me insert a new module here. Okay, so that's my new module here. And so guys, now what I want to do is I want to first of all run the loop. Okay, so I'm going to write here finding value. This is how you write the macro, right? Let me increase the size so that you should be comfortable with that, and let me make it maybe 12. All right, now this is your window. Now what I want to do is, now first of all, you see I already have talked about this as well. Somebody asked me you know, in the past that what if you have a lot of headers here, then how to run the VLOOKUP in the VBA. So you know, I talked about how to combine the loops with the VLOOKUP. So you just need to, you know, go to the playlist here and find out that Excel VBA function series, right? So yeah, that's the one, guys. When you click on this, you get to see all the videos, right? So you can see here that I was talking about the basics of VBA function, then the VBA VLOOKUP with loops, advanced lookup. So guys, VBA VLOOKUP function with loops, so everything is there, right? You as I said, that this channel is dedicated to all those who wants to be an expert in Excel and VBA and Access and Access VBA. So you name the thing and I'm sure you will find the video on that, and in case if it is not there, let me know about it, right? So the first thing which I want to do is I want to run this loop how many times. I mean the VLOOKUP function, obviously 6 values I have here, right? So the first thing I will do is I will quickly declare a variable called I as integer, okay, and then we will write here for I equals to 1 to 6, because I need to run this 6 times, okay? Every time we will have a VLOOKUP on the different cell. Now you know that what you want to do is you want to apply a VLOOKUP here, which is G3, right? So what we can do is now this is my third row, right? My third row, and my column is going to be 6, I believe, 7, right? So let me just count it. Yeah, it's a 7th. You can see that 7C is displaying. So 7 is a column and the row number is 3. Now the column will remain same. So what I will do, I will simply write here I plus, because I is going to be 1. So at the time when the loop is going to run for the first time, I want that it should be on the 3, the third row. So I'm going to add 2 to it, right? So that would be my row number 3, okay? What would be the column? Well, column will remain 7 throughout this. So I'm going to write here value equals to. Now this is how we write the VLOOKUP function in the VBA, guys, right? VLOOKUP. You start with the VLOOKUP. We have the argument 1, argument 2, argument 3, argument 4. Now you know that if you're familiar with the VLOOKUP in the Excel, argument 1 actually is lookup value, what you want to find. Okay, I can simply show you quickly, though I have talked about this in my previous videos as well. That's why I'm insisting you so much that go ahead and watch those videos as well before watching this. Now these are the 4 parameters. Let me be very quick. Lookup means what you want to look up. Table array means this table, and the column number from where you want to get. In this case, it is going to be the column number 2, because this is our table. And range lookup is exact match, which means that I will write there 0. All right. So this is what we need to fill up. So I'm going to write here VLOOKUP. Argument 1, argument 1 would be this person whose name is Raj, and it is on the same row, cells I plus 2, okay, but the column will be 6. So you're going to write here 6 dot value. Now this we need to look up. Now this you need to look up where exactly, right? That's the important part. So this we're gonna, let me increase the width of this window, and yeah, so we're gonna look up this in the same sheet, and you know my sheet name is sheet 2. If you are working on the different sheet, as you said also, Mehboob, it's you know one of the same thing. You just need to give the sheet address, right? So I'm gonna keep it simple. Range. So my range starts from, guys, B2 to C7, right? So I'm gonna write here B2 to B7. That's how we write. Okay. So that's your table. Now what is the argument? Argument 3 we want to write, and so we have the first argument covered, we have the second argument covered, and if I press comma, I'm on the argument 4, which is wrong actually. I think instead of this comma dot, I pressed actually comma, my mistake. This has to be dot, right? Yeah, now perfect. Now I'm on the third argument. The third means that what you want, I want the production, which is on the second column, right? And argument 4 will be the 0, because it's the exact match. I'm going to, you know, find it out. Now this is your actually the code, guys. Now let me show you what happened. Now you see when I run this code, and I want to resize it, because so that you can also have a look. Yeah, so let's run the code. Now when you're going to run the code, you are on which cell, it's 1 plus 2, which makes it 3, right? So it should be here on the 3. Let's see. Now the VLOOKUP, if I just put the watch code on this, what value we are going to pick up? Just select this and put the watch code. I've talked about all these things in my Excel VBA introduction series, so if you are finding it a little difficult what I'm saying, please go ahead and watch all those videos. Now you see that it is going to be the Raj. Okay, so Raj is going to look up in the table. As you know, the table is this one, sheet 2 B2 to B7, right? So Raj is there, so I should be getting here 100, right? Simple. That's very simple. So let me just move it a little more here. Sorry for that. I just want that you should be comfortable with the screen. Okay, let's just run this. Okay, so now we are getting the error. With the error is unable to get the VLOOKUP property. Well, the Raj is there, so you shouldn't get this error, though we will be dealing with this error, right? Whenever we are trying to find Johnny and Jerry, because you know that they are not in the main table. But right now I think there is some mistake and we need to find it out. What is the mistake? So I'm going to actually find it out, this value which is Raj, which is coming correct, and the value here, it should be again 7, the 7th column, which makes sense. Let me check the table again. So sheet 2 range, yeah, that's my mistake guys, it should be actually A, right? Sorry, it should be B2 to C7, my bad. That's your table, right? B2 to C7. Okay, great. Now let's see if we can find it out. There we go. You got the 100, right? Now the next means that the loop is going to run the second time. So as you can see here, I is 2. So 2 means 2 plus 2 will make it 4. And obviously you will be on the 4th row, right? And you see that this is also changed, because in the VLOOKUP now I have 2 plus 2, which is 4th row and the 6th column. Obviously that's gonna make, you know, me on the Umar, right? So we have now Umar, and it is going to be lookup in this, and I guess Umar is not there, so definitely you will have the error. So this is what exactly the subscriber is talking about. Now instead of this error, because in VBA if the error comes, the code will not run. How to get rid of this error, right? Now what he has done is he written the on error resume next guys on the top. Okay, I have talked about all this in the error handler video, so please go ahead and watch that. But still I will like to explain it here. Now when you write this on error resume next, it means that if the the error comes, the code should not stop. Now we use it very wisely. We use it whenever we are sure that the error can come, right? Otherwise we don't write it, because if you just write it just for the sake of that you want to run the code, no, that's not the way guys, right? Because I can show you, look at this now. I'm gonna delete this, and by the way, let me just reduce the width of this so that we can see the window clearly, right? So that's how it is. All right, now let me again put it here, the window, and now we can see. Yeah, now you see when I'm going to run this on error resume next, it means that if the error comes, just keep on moving, right? So what happens when you're going to run this, you get the 100 here. Very nice. The next time this line, as you know that Umar is not there, you can see in my watch window also. So instead of having the error, the code will still run. There we go, right? Now what is the next thing? The next value is the Sonu. Sonu is available in this table, so you should be able to see this 150, right? Now again you're gonna run this and you're gonna have 120, and then you're gonna have the error because John is not there, but it will leave it like that, right? So again Jerry is not available, so Jerry will also be, you know, not available. So this way, you know, you can run the code. There is no problem in that, right? But the point is, what if you don't want to display here as a space? You want to display here that, you know, name is not available, as he also mentioned. So in that case, you will not like to use the on error resume next, right? What you need to do is you use the different statement, which is go to on error, go to any name you can define. Let me write my name with the sign of the followed by the colon. Okay, on error go to Ajay. What does that mean? Now that means that if the error comes, you have to specify Ajay somewhere and the code will go there. So I'm going to write here Ajay right here. And if the error comes, now if you remember what was the error number, let me just quickly run it again. Let me just delete this. I think the error was 1004, right? So every error has a number, and this is going to work for us. this is going to work in our favor. When I run this, you have the 100. The next time when I run this, you have enter, and so let's just do one thing. Let me just comment this out for a while. Let's just not write here anything on error, anything. Let's go ahead and run this again. So this is the error, guys, 1004. Now this error comes only when you have a VLOOKUP challenge. So we are talking about that when we have the error numbers 1004, then do this. So that's very simple. I'm going to write here in this error handler, the name of the error handler is Ajay. You can, as I said, you can write whatever, you can write your name, but on error go to, you have to write it exactly this way, on space error and then go to with no space, right? So here I'm going to write what, that if the error number, this is how we write, right? This is the property of the error. If the error number is 1004, then what we need to do, well, then obviously the cell where we have got the error, that should be equals to not available. So I'm going to write here in the then mode that, let's say, name not found or name not available, whatever you want to do, right? And if just in case if the error is something else, then we don't really care, right? That's fine. Okay, then you just write here and else and if, and so now what we need to do is once you have done that, the next line is that you got to go to the next the line, the next line means which means that go to the next cell. So how you gonna do that? So first of all, let us run this, then I will come to that point. Now this is what we have written, so we are going to run this. There we go. Now you know that Raj is here in the lookup value, right? This cell. So we have the Raj value called 100. We got the 100, fine. Next time, now you are on which cell? Umar, right? So we are going to look up the Umar and we will have that value in the 7th column of this row number 4. So we know that the error would come. So if the error comes, you see that it immediately went to the Ajay, because that's what we are seeing that on the top. If the error comes, then go to this portion. Now you know that the error number is 1004, right? So if the error number is 1004, then what you want to do? So on the same cell where you have this I plus 2, which is, you can see here 2 plus 2, 4, 4th row, it should write here name not found. Now once it has written the name not found, and if enter, right? Now this is what I was talking about, guys. If the error comes, no doubt it is going to execute the error, it is going to deal with the error, but then what is the next thing you want to do? You want to come back to the original position, because there are more entries and you want to go there and you want to run it, right? So what we will do here, we will write here resume next. Go to the next line now. Okay, go to the next line and then go for the next I. So now let me just delete this and let us run the code again. There we go. You got the 100. This line will give you the error because we have Umar. So we will print the value name not found. Now resume next. Look at this, what it will do. It will directly take you to the next line of the line where you got the error. Now this line actually had given you the error, right? Because in this line we were trying to find this person Umar and he wasn't there in the main database, and that's why this line generated the error. So when you write resume next, it means that go to the next line just after that line, right? Otherwise the code can go in the infinite mode if you don't write resume next. Okay, if you just write resume, then it keeps on coming to the same line, right? So next means now the turn for the I, now I will be 3. Now once the I will be 3, as you can see, 3 plus 2 will make it 5. So we have a Sonu here now. Now Sonu is going to look up, and as you know that we will have the answer. So we got the 150 here. Now again next. Now what is the next value? The next value is Amit. Again we will have the answer 120. Now this line again, this formula again will give you the error, because as you can see the lookup journey, it's not there, guys. So again we will expect this on this Ajay part. So once you have the error, what you need to do, that I want to have the name not found. Resume next again next. Now the I is gonna run for the last time 6, and this line again will give you the error. So again error number is 1004, so we will have again name not found. And then next, now that I is already 6, so we will have a we will have to stop this. Now the moment you run F8, you see this is going to be an issue, because once you have run the loop 6 times, you don't want to go to the error handler. So what you need to do, just after the next, you exit from the macro, because your job, you know, will have been done by this time. So this is how the code would look like, right? Now if I run this quickly, let me just delete everything. Now you see what will happen. Let me just run this quickly. There we go, 100. There we got the error, name not found, and then so on. There we go. And the last line again, name not found. So now I is already 6. We have run the loop 6 times. So now after the next line is exit sum. So it will never go to this error handler called Ajay, right? So you need to program like this, and the moment you run this line, the code will exit. So this is how, guys, you know, you have the entire program which you need to make. It's very simple. You need to use this on error go to Ajay, not the on error resume next, right? I'm sure if you go back to that Excel VB series and you know, watch out some videos on the on error handler, it will make a lot of sense to you. Well, thank you so much, Mehboob. It was a good question, and I hope everybody, you know, will get a lot of information, especially about the VLOOKUP errors. And guys, if you have anything to say, please write me in, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I will be back with some another exciting stuff very soon. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.